The story of South America is a vibrant tapestry woven together by diverse cultures, breathtaking landscapes, and historical milestones that have shaped both the continent and the world. To truly understand its essence, we must travel back thousands of years to a time when the first inhabitants set foot on its soil. Archaeologists suggest that humans migrated into South America via the Beringia land bridge, traversing down from North America through Central America. By 8000 BC, flourishing communities were already scattered across the continent. In regions such as the Amazon basin and the Andean highlands, early inhabitants began developing agricultural practices vital for sustaining their growing populations. Approximately 3000 BC marked the beginning of what many consider the cradle of South American civilization, the rise of the Norte Chico civilization in present-day Peru. They constructed impressive urban centers, complete with complex infrastructure. This society laid essential groundwork for successor civilizations like the great Inca Empire. Fast forward to the first millennium AD, fascinating cultures such as the Moche, Nazca, and Tiwanaku emerged. The Moche were a vital part of the northern Peruvian coastal landscape, renowned for their expertise in metallurgy, ceramics, and sophisticated irrigation systems. Meanwhile, the Nazca civilization, best known for the enigmatic Nazca lines, thrived along southern Peru, leaving behind archaeological puzzles that continue to intrigue modern-day researchers. As we move further along the timeline, by the 12th century, the Inca Empire emerged from the Andean highlands to become the most extensive empire in pre-Columbian America. Their capital, Cusco, became the flourishing heart of a civilization known for remarkable architectural sites such as Machu Picchu and an advanced road network spanning roughly 25,000 miles. The Incas' centralized power wove an intricate societal structure and harnessed the diverse environments across the Andes to develop a sophisticated agricultural system. However, the flourishing empire faced its greatest challenge in the early 16th century with the arrival of European explorers. In 1532, Francisco Pizarro led a small band of Spanish conquistadors into the heart of the Incan realm. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Spanish exploited internal conflicts and, through a combination of military might and disease, toppled the empire within a few decades. This marked the beginning of the colonial period, a chapter marred by subjugation and exploitation. Under Spanish and Portuguese control, indigenous populations faced severe cultural and societal upheavals. Additionally, the European colonizers introduced the encomienda system, further ingraining inequality into the fabric of South American societies. Colonial rule saw the rise of new urban centers like Lima, Buenos Aires, and São Paulo. The colonial economy prospered from precious metals like silver mined in areas such as Potosí, though this wealth rarely benefited native populations. The introduction of African slaves significantly impacted the continent's demographics, further enriching the cultural mosaic that defines South America today. By the 19th century, waves of change once again swept across the continent. Inspired by the American and French revolutions and guided by leaders such as Simón Bolívar and José de San Martín, South Americans began to fight against colonial rule. This period of history is known as the South American Wars of Independence. The struggle for independence was arduous, often bloody, and spanned over a decade, commencing in the early 1800s. The northern regions, led predominantly by Bolívar, and the southern areas, led by San Martín, witnessed a dramatic series of battles and political maneuvers that eventually led to autonomy from colonial powers. By 1825, most of the continent had declared independence, though the new nations still faced the Herculean task of constructing stable governments. The 19th and 20th centuries were periods of growth and development interspersed with political instability and economic challenges. The post-independence era required balancing internal divisions and creating national identities. Countries like Brazil, which transitioned from monarchy to republic in 1889, also grappled with the abolition of slavery just a year prior, in 1888. Throughout the 20th century, many countries across South America oscillated between democracy and authoritarian regimes. This period was also characterized by significant social movements demanding land reform, political rights, and equitable resource distribution. The continent's wealth of natural resources often brought foreign influence and intervention, adding complexity to its political landscape. In contemporary times, South America is a vibrant region with a rich tapestry of languages, cultures, and traditions. Its nations are unified by economic partnerships such as the Southern Common Market, known as Mercosur, which aims to facilitate commerce and trade. Culturally, South America is renowned for its contributions to art, music, literature, and sports. From the poetic musings of Chilean writer Pablo Neruda to the captivating rhythms of Brazilian samba, the world has greatly benefited from the continent's creativity. However, South America still grapples with challenges such as economic inequality, political corruption, and environmental concerns. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, continues to face threats from deforestation despite international efforts to preserve its biodiversity. As we look towards the future, South America's story unfolds with potential and promise. Its young, dynamic population continues to advocate for social justice, environmental stewardship, and enhanced economic opportunities. The continent's resilience and capacity to adapt offer a beacon of possibility amid consistent global change. In essence, the history of South America is a narrative of profound depth and significance. From the ancient civilizations that first nurtured the land to the modern nations striving for progress and unity, each chapter reflects the indomitable spirit that defines this remarkable continent. As the world evolves, South America stands resilient, rooted in its past, vibrant in its present, and poised for a future filled with opportunities.